Americans meet because of your business? Y'all better talk black to me. Black family, we're at war. We're dealing with all of that. And then an open enemy that's trying to take us out more ways than one. So I'm not fixing to approach this and dogging out my people. I'm going to say, let us learn from this. I'm saying, let us learn from this. Our enemy cast a spell on us. And a part of that spell, the part of the spell that I'm specifically talking about, aside from what they actually put in the food, because you know what you put in your food has everything to do with how you think and how you behave, like a drug. So you are proof, perhaps, that something's going on with the food in our neighborhoods. May have something to do with the way some of us responded, like a drug addict. Some of you saw some of the footage of folk that were beating up the folks when they ran out of the chicken sandwiches. They were beating up and attacking folks. That wasn't at every place. That's not normal for us to act in that way. So I'm not going to act like that was across the board. I'm not fixing to do that either. But I'm just saying for the instances that we saw, folks that looked like they lost their freaking minds. How do we, this is almost proof that there's something in the food that they put in there that causes us to behave in a certain way. And that is what I'm trying to highlight. I want to bring those kinds of things to your attention. Somebody talk black to me. That's one thing. But aside from that, this spell that I'm talking about, and for some of you that hear the word spell, if you don't truly understand spiritual things, if you don't study spiritual things, you're going to make an assumption that you shouldn't. I'm going to keep it very simple. And as I do that, I'm getting ready to pull up this article. While I do that, I want you to, on the count of three, everybody that has it, on the count of three, please give us a thumbs up. Give us a thumbs up. Are you ready, family? On the count of three, please give us a thumbs up. 1, 2, 3. Thumbs up. Thumbs up. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Thumbs up, black family. Thumbs up, thumbs up. Let's talk about this New York Times article, because the New York Times helps us to see that, if you can see it. If you can see it. Thumbs up, black family. I see some of y'all doing it. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Now listen to this. Listen to this. Now again, I hope that you all hear me in context. I hope that you can hear me from a holistic perspective, because black folk, we don't come to conclusions like white folk do. What's the main reason, Vicki, we don't come to the conclusions they do? Hashtag 464 years. That's the difference. 464 years of relentless oppression and trauma that no other people on the planet has ever experienced. When I'm hearing about a Holocaust and all of these other kinds of things, we know that different people groups have gone through a type of oppression. But the Holocaust that was meant to dehumanize unlike any other, the Holocaust that is still going on and that has lasted longer than anybody else, that has international consequences to it, is the Black Holocaust. And because it's the most consequential, that's the only one you're going to be hearing me doing a whole lot of chit-chatting and talking about and suggesting that other people talk about and make right. Because other people groups will never know true justice. Other people groups will never understand freedom, justice, and equality unless and until their mothers and their fathers get it. Somebody talk black to me. So don't ever forget that. There's a such thing in science called epigenetics. I have a audio tape, several series that I bought years ago where I was studying epigenetics. And on the epigenetics, this doctor taught, of course you get books on and all this other kind of stuff, but that was my first introduction to it, maybe about 12 years ago, where we're carrying in our cells, even the way the doctor was talking about sicknesses and disease. You know, when you go to the doctor, one of the things that they ask you is did your mother have this? Did your father have this? Does this disease run in the family? All this kind of stuff. Well, one of the things he talks about is how that could basically be undone, but basically your cells carry certain things. And we're finding out that they even carry trauma. So a lot of what we're experiencing is not just our modern day slavery, not just our modern day plantation and incarceration and murder and death and all of this, but even in some instances, that of our foremothers and our forefathers. I'm talking about science now. But science uses words that mean sometimes the same thing that spiritual folks say. Shout out to those of you, Dennis and whoever that other person was. It went fast. Janine, for your gift, maybe return back to you 1,000-fold. Listen to me. Just like I told you before, a lot of times when folks are talking spiritually, when they're talking about the divine energy, they call it spirit. Science calls it energy. People on the street call it vibe. So when I'm talking about spirituality, understand what I'm saying. There were things that were not able to be proven in the way in which it's able to be proven, but you call it nowadays, some of this stuff is metaphysics or quantum mechanics. But the point is something that's an energy, that's a power that exists and that has consequences here and elsewhere that you cannot see. Somebody talk black to me. That's the point I'm driving home with the tactic that yes, Popeyes. Yes, Dr. Boyce is reporting that Popeyes is a Canadian company. Yes, Popeyes employed. Somebody talk black to me in order to extract from you your dollars. And in the same way, your open enemy uses our spirituality and our religion to extract from us allegiance to its wicked system. They use our spirituality to extract from us more labor, to extract from us, to ensure that we don't rebel and that we don't resist, that we are docile in our oppression. Or they get a return from pimping our spirituality. Somebody talk black to me. Keep giving us a thumbs up, family. New York Times did an article recently titled "A Popeyes Chicken Sandwich and a Tactic to Set Off a Twitter War." I'm going to read that title again. A Popeyes chicken sandwich and a tactic to set off a Twitter war. Did you all hear that word? The last two words, Twitter war. Haven't we talked about the power of media on this show all the time? We call it what? A war of words. Let me tell you why I'm talking about spirituality here. They use a spell. Watch this. Quote, "Look how much attention they're getting. It's impressive," end quote. The executive editor of a trade magazine said. The first Popeyes tweet seemed innocent enough. A photograph of the chain's new fried chicken sandwich, chicken breast, bun, pickle sauce, beneath an artfully garbled caption. Pay attention to this, from Popeyes. Forgot, how, speak, So good, forgot, how, speak. What are we dealing with today? We're dealing with coded language. Again, shout out to Dr. Boyce, because this is where I first learned of this article. Are y'all hearing this? Coded language. The New York Times, they did this August 21st. So good, forgot, how, speak. This is the tweet. Okay, watch this. Next part. But as a social media battle, listen to the word. Part of the title was what? A Twitter war. The Twitter roar. ROAR, right? I just read you the first tweet. But listen to the language. Pay attention to the warfare language that's embedded in what I'm about to read. But as a social media battle captivated the internet this week and generated long lines at Popeyes locations, what preceded action, family? See, that's why folks can't just say all they doing is talking. Some folks, that's all they doing. But not I, said the cat. But we cannot diminish the power of what we say. I'm talking about conscious, righteous content creators. Because as this article just said, let me help you real quick. A social media battle has captivated the internet this week and generated the what? A social media battle generated long lines at a Popeye. That's the power of words. In the beginning was word. Let me help you understand the spirituality of words. In the beginning was the word. And the word was with God. God is not, I'm not talking about the God in which, certainly not the white God, that some of you still venerate, love, worship. Love and worship. When I'm talking about God, I'm talking about one with force and power. I'm going to say that again. When I'm saying God, I'm talking about one with force and power, which is why the scriptures even say you are God's children of the Most High. Psalm 83. John, I believe also chapter 10. Somewhere thereabout. Are y'all hearing me? Ye are God's, one with force and power. So the power of words here, that Twitter, that New York Times is acknowledging, is that a social media battle is what generated lines. So don't tell me words don't matter. You know darn well they do. Otherwise, you wouldn't let your children go to school. Teacher, that's all she doing is talking mostly. And every now and then, one of the science teachers that you do a science project or something. Somebody talk black to me. Words are spiritual. Words are filled with energy and life and ideas. Words are the thing that precedes action in lots of cases. Words is what lets them arrest you. Somebody talk black to me. When that marshal, when that policeman do that, it's because they're supposed to have a warrant. Let me say that. They're supposed to have a warrant, or they're supposed to have some kind of an order or something from the court. Don't tell me words don't matter. Some of you all still traumatized because your mama told you you wasn't nothing. You were 6. Now you are 35. Still talking about what your mother told you when you were 6-year-olds. Do not tell me words don't matter. You don't understand how things work. Even scientists understand the power of it because as they do more study, as they do more research, I do geeky stuff like that from time to time. I quite enjoy it. They're finding out that as they get closer and closer and closer and closer and closer and closer to the true essence of things, of the stuff that really makes up all things, probably in the realm of the whole idea of the black holes and stuff, they said it sounds like a sound. Y'all better talk black to me. That's what I'm talking about when I'm talking about spirituality. Some of you mad that you can't get a girlfriend because when you was in junior high, this little girl said that she didn't like you. You still on one because of that. Some of you right now are talking about ending it all because of some troll, y'all, some words that some loser on the internet that you can't even see, that doesn't even show their face on the internet. Their picture is not even on the profile. You done lost your freaking mind because of something that a stranger, a nobody, a loser said to you. Your whole world is shattered because of trolling. Somebody talk black to me. Somebody talk black to me. It overrides what your mama told you. It overrides your wife telling you how wonderful and how great you are. Your children, daddy, we're so glad to see you. You're the best daddy. You look on your phone, you see something, all that goes to the toilet. Somebody talk black to me. Don't you dare tell me that words don't matter. You are a lying wonder. It's what you are. And you don't understand the science and the spirituality of words. I'm going to say that again. It's because you don't understand the science and the spirituality of words. Let me get on to it. Let me finish reading some more of this article. It goes on to say, from New York Times, Popeye's locations all across the country. That tweet from last week now has the feel of an opening salvo. Did y'all hear that other word? You heard the word roar. You heard the word battle. Now you're listening to another word in here that says what? Salvo. What does salvo mean, family? To be honest with you, when I was reading this article before, I skipped right over that. That word didn't stand out to me like it is now. But when you study the word salvo is also a word that tends to be used in a military complex. It's about multiple bullets, multiple strategies, multiple attacks. Salvo, I said, salvo. That's the word that they're using in this as well. S-A-L-V-O. That's right, Daphne. Salvo. Pay attention. Things grew heated on Tuesday when Chick-fil-A tweeted. Y'all, please listen to this. Are y'all keeping up with this? Listen to this. Listen to this, Black family. Listen to this. I'm going to get to it quick because we're not going to be before you long. Chick-fil-A tweeted in what appeared to be a coded response to the Popeyes announcement extolling the virtues of its original chicken. Watch this. Popeyes replied a few hours later, "Y'all good?" Y'all good? I said Popeyes tweeted, replied a few hours later, "Y'all good?" I'm going to let that sink in. Soon, the passive-aggressive chicken sandwich debate. Y'all listen to what we talking about. Please hear this. Please, please. Soon, the passive-aggressive chicken sandwich debate, as one news article put it, had escalated into... Where is this at? Okay, I lost my place. Okay, passive-aggressive chicken sandwich debate, as one news article put it, had escalated into a Twitter battle royal as other fast food companies started promoting their own sandwiches. Shake Shack tried to rise above the fray, promising a chicken sandwich without the beef. All these different languages, all of these different terms that typically are associated with Black people. Let me tell you something. It's not just those terms that are associated with Black people. We're the inventors of language. Speaking so-called proper English is not beyond us. Somebody talk Black to me. It is something that we quite master. Our words are so tight. We're so educated with it. We feel it with such spirit. And we move about with it with such finesse and with such swag. Y'all kill and threaten to kill the Honorable Elijah Muhammad's, the Dr. Kings, the Malcolm X's, because of the proficiency and the power with which they spoke. Somebody talk Black to me. Get through this quickly. Watch this, y'all. Give me a few more minutes. But it says, look at how, as the Twitter commotion rather intensified, the Popeyes chicken sandwich reportedly sold out at some locations. Look at how much attention they're getting. It's impressive, Jonathan Mays, the executive director of the Restaurant Business Magazine, a trade publication. All this is really going to do, frankly, is embolden other chains to do similar things when they introduce new products. Now keep listening, family. In the chicken wars this week, there's a war again. In the chicken wars this week, fast food rivals seemed intent on stirring up trouble. I'm going to skip down. Wendy's. Here's Wendy's. Y'all out here fighting about which of these fools has the second best chicken sandwich.